Okay, so story time, Saturday. So let's see. We'll talk about the day that the morning that Ed hit my truck. So I go into work. It's like, I don't know, 8:30 or something early. So I go out. It's snowing, and I look, and somebody hit my truck. And I look at Ed's truck, his work truck, and he had like, I still have the pictures of it. He had like a scrape, and my truck had white on it. So I was like, oh, and there was like, I was like, oh, fucking Ed hit my truck. So I didn't have time to talk to him. I had to go to work. So I wait till I come home. I knock on his door, and I'm like, Ed, you hit my truck. And he's like, what? Oh, I did? Oh, okay, let's go look at it. So we go look at it, and he's like, oh, well, I'll contact my insurance or whatever he said, you know. And then, so nothing ever happened. He was telling Stanley that it was actually my fault because of the way I was parked, but I was having like the air let out of my tires there, and like my car was being stuff. My car was getting was being somebody went through it, and so I was instead of pointing my nose out, but there's nothing in the lease for that. It didn't say there's specific way to park in the lease. But anyhow, so I was not parked. I backed in. Other people were backing in too. But I backed in because I didn't want the nose of my truck to be out by the road. So I could look at it, you know, so I could watch it. And so anyhow, so nothing gets done, all right. He sends a message to my daughter on Facebook um, saying, "Oh, I try to settle with your mother, and she's blaming me, and I offered her $100 to fix it. You can't. I wouldn't be able to fix that dent for $100 anyways." And he's like, she's being difficult, and she doesn't want to. She didn't want to take the $100, and my boss said that he would pay for it, just like get an estimate, and then I don't know, he would pay for it on his credit card, all right? Well, nothing ever happened, so I went and I got estimates. I got like 3 estimates, okay? So I fill out the thing, and I put the police report with it, all right? Because I did file a police report, which never got done, nothing got done. And oh, and then when I went to talk to the police about Ed hitting my car, the chief says, oh, do you want us to arrest him? And I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting him to say that. But it was kind of like, I don't know, it seemed like condescending to me. But anyway, so I get the paperwork, and I try to send it somewhere to his insurance, and obviously they never got the paperwork, but I did mail the paperwork, and I gave him a copy of everything I mailed. All right, he's trying to say I did nothing. And when I gave it to him outside, he was like yelling at me. I was like working on the hill, and he's like, I feel like I'm being taken advantage of, and they're gonna check into this. Like it's my fault. And he takes the paperwork and he flings it. I have pictures of it. He flings it all over the walkway, like fuck you, bitch. And he just flings all the paperwork. So I picked it up, and I was like, wow. So my truck never got fixed, and so that I filed a. I still have it. I don't know how long I have. I think it's 3 years. So I could still mail it, but I did file a complaint with the insurance company, the New Hampshire insurance people, telling them that I should have probably sent a letter or emailed the DMV or however you're supposed to do that, because I'm pretty sure in New Hampshire the law is like if you hit somebody's car, that you have to report that. You have to do something about it. You can't just hit somebody's car and get away with it. So I don't know. Now I'm like, oh, do I have to take him to court for that too? It's like I'm always have to fight for what's right. You know what I mean? It's like, so yeah, the truck never got fixed. But I did file something I was supposed to mail, so maybe I'll still mail it. But yeah, this is what happens.